Yeah, good morning, guys. Can you hear me? Right. So, what we are discussing last class, how to develop, custom thread by using runnable interface, right? I ask you to redevelop. First, what you need to write? Class myrunnable to implements runnable. Okay. And we should override run method. We should implement run method. Okay. And here we should do develop for loop for int I equal to 20 I. Any logic difference from previous example, this example? No. I greater than or equals to 1 I plus plus. System dot out dot println double quotes run colon plus I. Okay. And then I'm writing class. What is the name of this Java file? Assignment 2 na? Open bracket, closure bracket, main method. Inside main method, what you do? Okay. All people understand how I read code? Is it known code now? Why I should speak? Why I should waste my energy? Why? If it is an unknown topic, I will talk. If known point, why I talk? Okay, na? So shall I run this program? Control F11, compiled, executed, job. Why it is entered in infinite loop? Why it entered in infinite loop? I shown my talent of plus plus, minus minus. Okay, main 1 to 20, run 20 to 1. Okay, now run again. Again you got sequential flow, concurrent flow, but thread not passing, na? Thread not giving chance for other thread to execute. Now here I hope we got. Look at the main one, run, main, run, main. Okay, so concurrent flow we got. Now can you please confirm all are you comfortable writing code with multi-threading? Still any confusions, any doubts? Did you people, all people got clarity? Why you come to this chapter? What is your target? Your target is not developing any logic. Your target is only executing logic. So up to now we have run sequential flow of execution. Here we are learning concurrent flow of execution. That is only the difference. Okay, fine. Now I wanted to ask you one more question. Ready to answer? Now I want to develop program creating multiple threads. Up to now we learn creating only one custom thread, either by extending thread or by implementing thread. We learn only one custom thread. Now I want to learn how to create multiple custom threads. To understand how to create multiple custom threads, okay, obviously I need what? One thread, class my thread. You can follow either my thread approach or my terminal approach you wish. My thread 3 extends the thread. Okay, open bracket. Then override run method. Inside run method, I'm writing just some logic. System.out.println double quotes run executed. What is the target? I want to create multiple custom threads. To create multiple custom threads, what statements I have to write here? I must create thread object first. Now, my thread 3 empty1 equal to new my thread 3. Okay, then empty1 dot start I call. Then system dot out dot println system dot out dot println double quotes. What do you write now here? Main executed. Now tell me what is the output you get? Main executed, run executed. How many threads are there in this program? How many threads are there in this program? One thread or two threads? How many threads are there in this program? One thread or two threads? We have two threads. How many custom threads are there? We have two threads, but how many custom threads are there? Only one custom thread is there. But I want two custom threads. Then what I should do? When custom thread is created, when custom thread is created, by extending from thread class, creating object and call start method. By creating subclass custom thread not ready. I mean thread of execution not ready. By creating object thread of execution not ready. By calling start method only thread of execution ready. Yes or no? Then tell me, if you want to create one more thread of execution, my target is what? Custom thread means Java stacks area thread. One more thread you want, one more custom thread you want. What I need to do? I should call start method one more time. Correct? I must call start method. See, How many objects are created? How can you count? As many times new keyword you repeatedly executed, those many times, right? Same way, no, same way, tell me how many custom threads are created? How can you say as many times you call start method, those many times custom threads are created? Then now tell me, is this allowed or not allowed? Can I call start method on same object multiple times? Can I create thread of execution for the same object multiple times? Think. Here, I'm calling start method 2 times. Means I'm starting 2 thread of execution. For the same object, can I create 2 threads of execution? More than 1 thread of execution? Is it allowed or not allowed? Come on, everyone try to think. You wanted to travel from Hyderabad to Secunderabad. Already you bought the ticket. You travel. And then second time when you are traveling, can you use the same ticket? Can you use same ticket? No. You have to buy another ticket now. As many times you wanted to travel, those many new tickets you have to buy. You cannot say yesterday ticket only you adjust to buy, no problem. Here, ticket is nothing but object. That traveling is nothing but thread of execution. So for one thread object, you can have only one thread of execution. If you try to create multiple threads of execution, JVM will throw exception. Who will throw? Come on. Who will throw exception? Everybody feel that JVM will throw exception. JVM pani part leda. JVM don't have any other works. It have only one work, throwing exception only. When you call method, from the method when exception is coming, why JVM throw? JVM throw exception only operator failure or JVM internal memory failure. Now start method when you call exception coming means, is there any operator failure? No. Is there any what you call JVM level problems are coming? No. Then who will throw exception? This is start method programmer will throw exception. They catch my point? This is start method programmer will throw exception. Now look at there. Open the start method and verify. Before starting custom thread for the current object, start method verifies, is this thread already started or not? For these thread objects, already thread of execution started or not, it is verifying. Go to start method, look at there. There is a first if condition. If a thread status not equal to 0, throw new illegal thread state exception. Are you confusing by seeing this code? Have you developed this kind of code in your feature, in your previous chapters? Think. In your previous chapter, exception handling, you know, right? If the given value wrong, throw exception. To verify given value wrong or not, we have to write condition. Thread status is an implicit variable maintaining a thread class to know the status of the thread. If thread status variable value is not equal to 0, that means thread already moved from starting point. It's already started, so you cannot. So tell me finally, can I call start method? Can I call start method? Where it is going here? Can I call start method on same object more than once? No. If you try, we'll get exception, illegal thread status exception. Illegal thread state exception. Illegal thread state exception. Thread is in an illegal state, you cannot start. Then everybody tell me, what is the solution to this problem? Already just now I give an example. What is the solution to this problem? If you want to travel, as many times you want to travel, those many tickets you need to buy. As many thread of executions you want to create, those many thread objects you must create. My thread MT2 equal to new my thread. Okay, now then MT2 dot start. Now tell me any exception? No. Thread object, thread of execution. Thread object, thread of execution. Okay, nobody? If you want to create 3 threads, one more thread object, thread of execution. Control F11. How many times run method executed now? 2 times. Run executed, main executed. One more time run. One more time. Right? Now look at that. Run executed, main executed. So if you run many times, every time there is a chance you will get different output sequence. Output will be same, but sequence will be different. Now, in place of just a SOPLN, I want to write for loop here. I want to torture you a little bit more, okay? Are you ready for int I equal to 1, I less than 20 or 50, let me take I plus plus. Now, here I am writing run colon plus I. Tell me now. Now, how many threads you created? 2 threads. Can I create one more thread? Empty 3. Totally, how many threads in the JVM? Come on, fast reply. Totally, how many threads are there in JVM? Totally, how many threads are there in JVM? Totally, there are 3 threads are there in JVM. Okay. Totally 4 threads are there. 3 custom threads, 1 main thread. Got clarity? Yeah? Now, how many times run method executed? 3 times. Sequentially or concurrently? How many times run method executed? 3 times. Sequentially or concurrently? Concurrently. Here, 1 thread created. Here, 2nd thread created. Here, 3rd thread created. Thread of execution. What the name of these custom threads? This custom thread name is thread-0. This custom thread name is thread-1. This custom thread name is thread-2. Sir, who will decide these thread names? JVM? No, thread class. Thread class implicitly will assign the default names to our threads. Okay, now? Then start method requires the JVM to call run method from MT1, my thread. Okay, now from the mythread3 class, run method is loaded into all these 3 threads. Here loaded, executing. Same thing loaded here, executing. Same thing loaded here and executing. Are you catching my point? Now tell me, run method executing in 3 threads, sequentially or concurrently? Concurrently. Concurrently means which time thread will be available where we don't know. Shifting the cursor and executing. Let us try to see output now. Thread run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. From here run executed message comes. Oh my God. Did you notice? Run 1, 1, 1, run 2, 2, run 3, 4, run 5, 3, run 4, 5, run 6, 7, run 8, 9, run 10, 11. Sir, run only coming, sir. It is running from which thread? How do I know, sir? Tell me. Inside thread class, we have given a predefined method called getName. I want to get the name of the thread. In thread class, we have a predefined method called getName. Tell me, as a subclass, can I access superclass methods in my class directly by their name? Can I reuse superclass methods in my subclass directly by accessing by their name? Yes. So now I access get name method directly. Get name method executed with the current object. Current object is MT1 or MT2 or MT3. If you call with the MT1, name is thread-0. If I call with MT2, name is thread-1. If you call with MT3, thread- name is thread-3. Look at there, 0, 1, 2. Look at there, up to here, thread 0 executed, passed 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Where is 2? Oh, 2 got a chance here. Okay, 2 is waiting for its turn. 2 got a chance here to execute. Only 3 iterations executed. Okay, and then thread 0 again taken a chance, and thread 2, thread 0, thread 2. Now they are fighting for me. Right? Finally, all 3 threads execution completed with 50 iterations concurrently. Hope you understand how to create multiple custom threads. Is there any problem in this approach? Is there any problem in this approach? Are you feeling any problem in writing this code? Are you feeling any problem? There is a problem. What is the problem? In all these 3 threads, same logic is executed. In all these 3 threads, same logic is executing. Is it a problem or not? Is it a problem or not? Same logic executing. When same logic is executing, is it a compile time error, runtime error? No compile time error, no runtime error. As per the business, there is a problem. Okay, I'm creating multiple threads, same logic is executing. I have 2 options. I want to execute same logic. With option number 1 with same values. I mean same inputs. Second, with different inputs. Okay, so same logic with the same inputs and different inputs. Option number 1. Option number 2, I want to execute different logic. Okay, different logic I want to execute. For example, addition, subtraction. Okay, like this addition, subtraction logic I want to execute concurrently. Then what to do? So currently we develop this approach, creating multiple objects from the same class and creating custom threads of execution. This approach, same logic, but with the same inputs it is executing. Can you write the same logic to take different inputs? Are you ready? Are you ready to write this code? Type name is not valid. Yeah, wrong. Expecting everyone to reply my questions. Ready? I have to create custom thread, class my thread 4. Are you ready to play with a threading chapter? Reply to me. If you are not replying, multi-threading will play with you. If you are replying, you can play with multi-threading. Now override run method, every day, boring topic here. Then add for loop, for into I equal to 1, I less than or equals to 20, I plus system dot out dot println get name plus double quotes run colon plus I come to main method create my thread 4 empty1 equal to new my thread. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. MT2, MT3, MT4, 4 not 3 threads enough. Then you call MT1 dot start, MT2 dot start, M3TT dot start. Okay. Now this program will create multiple custom threads to execute same logic with the same inputs. Okay, thread 1 also 20 iteration, thread 2 also 20 iterations, thread 0 also 20 iterations. But now my requirement is thread 1, I want to execute 1 to 10 iterations. Thread 2, I want to execute like 1 to 15 iterations. Thread 3, I want to execute 1 to 20 iterations. In thread hyphen 0, 1 to 10. Thread hyphen 1, 1 to 15. Thread hyphen 2, 1 to 20. So this is what my requirement. Then in that case, where I should write the logic. Now try to answer. Here, I condition what 20. I made it fixed. Now in place of 20, I must pass dynamic value. Yes or no? 10, 15, 20 dynamic value I want to pass. If you want to pass a dynamic value, I should substitute what? Variable. When you substitute variable, compiler will throw error because variable x is not found. Then what to do? You declare variable x with value some 10. Then what the x value, Rabbi? Always fixed 10 only. Understand? Always fixed at 10 only. Then all 3 threads are executed 10 iterations only. In place of 20, now 10 came. No. I want to make this value 10 dynamic. Then if you want to make it dynamic, you must read x value from thread creation programmer. If you want to read value from other programmer, it should be parameter. Can I take it as a parameter? Can I take parameter to run method? All you people tell me. Multi-method overloading chapter. If you add parameter to superclass overriding method, is this method become overriding method or overloaded method? Is this program become overloaded method or overriding method? This program become overloaded method. JVM implicitly calling int parameter run method or no parameter run method? Int parameter run method, no parameter run method. Implicitly calling no parameter run method. Yes or no? It is calling no parameter run method. When it is calling no parameter run method, when it's calling no parameter run method, our run method is not executed. Will you see any message from console? Will you see any message on console? No message, no output. Why? Because JVM calls no param run method. JVM calls no param run method. That no param run method searching in my thread 4 class not available. Then executed from thread class. From thread class no message come. So tell me, if you just add parameter and leave it, it's okay. If you add @override annotation, then you will get compile time error because it's not a overriding method. So finally tell me now, taking run method with parameter is useless. Then what to do now? X variable, if you take local variable, it become what? Fixed value. If you want to take parameter, not possible. Is there any alternative? Yes. Create a variable at class level. Private int x. Problem solved. Hey, if you take class level x variable, then what is the problem? What is the value of this x now? 0. X value how much? 0. I value how much? 1. 1 less than or equals to 0? False. Then for loop executed or not executed? Not executed. I should assign the x value and tell me in a thread 0, x value must be 10. In a thread 1, x value must be 15. In a thread 2, x value must be 20. For creating this thread of execution, you are creating thread object, na? Empty1 thread object. In empty1 thread object, x variable memory created with what value? 0. For creating thread -1, you are creating empty2 object and tell me here x value you are creating with what value? 0. From here you are creating. Now, MT3 object you created with x value 0 from this thread you are creating. Now, all the people answer, here what I am expecting you to do, instead of hard coding the values here, now fixing a value 1, starting is 1, and end is what? X, X, X. That means here X is this dot X. It is reading from MT1 object. This X reading from MT2 object. This X is reading from MT3 object. That means I must initialize this X variable at the time of object's creation. Re object oriented programming re. Are bujji re. It is not multi-threading babu, object oriented programming. If you want to read value from the object, the value must be initialized at the time of object creation or after object creation. Here I want initialize at the time of object creation. If you want to initialize object at the time of object creation, you must pass that value as argument to constructor. Na? Now here I am passing value to constructor 10, no, second object 15, no, third object 20. Then compiler will throw error. Why? All these points we discussed in a setter getter method concept. Come on, answer. All these points we discussed in constructor chapter. What the problem here? What the problem here? The problem is this class doesn't have parameterized constructor. This class contain by default constructor, which is no param constructor. Then what should I do now? I must define constructor in this class. My thread 4 of what do you write now? My thread 4 of int x, and here what do you write now, Bujay? This dot x equal to x. Then tell me, by the time run method execution started, did you guarantee x variable initialization? By the time run method execution started, did you guarantee so tell me now, is this program supports second approach? What is the second approach? I want to execute same logic, but I want to execute with different inputs. Is this requirement fulfilled? Yes. Look at there. Thread 2, 20. Thread 1, thread 1, thread 1, thread 1, thread 1, 15. Thread 0, 10 should come. Thread 0, 10. Any doubts? Any doubts in multi-thread? How to create multiple custom threads? To create multiple custom threads, create multiple objects and call start method. Number 2, how can I execute? Okay, if I create multiple objects from the same subclass and call start method, same logic executed. How can I execute same logic with the different inputs? You must pass inputs to, you must store that inputs to, you must store that inputs inside a thread object. From thread object in run method, you must call. For that, we must declare one instance variable. You must declare one instance variable constructor to initialize that instance variable, read that instance variable value from run method. So hope you understand two programs. Creating multiple threads to execute same logic with same input, creating multiple custom threads with a different same logic and different inputs. Now, shall I go for third approach? What is the third approach? I want to develop different logic. Okay, creating multiple custom threads for executing, or you can say with different logic. I don't want to help you. I want you develop this code. Write down. Develop a multi-thread program for executing two different tasks to create two custom threads for executing two different tasks. One is adding numbers 1 to 10. Subtracting numbers from 1 to 10. Subtracting also 1 to 10. Adding 1 to 10, subtracting is also 1 to 10. In each iteration, we must display result. Develop this code. Develop this code. What the meaning of it? Diagrammatic idea you must have in your mind. I have two threads. In the first thread, 1 to 10 must be added. Not 1 plus 10, 1 to 10. In another thread, 1 to 10 must be subtracted, and both threads are executing concurrently. Each iteration value should display 1 plus 2, 3, 1 plus, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. Like this, everything should display. Try. Completed? Guys? Completed? Silently sitting? How much time will it take here? Did you get an idea? Now, single subclass can handle the situation. Class my thread 5 extends thread. Single subclass will handle the situation. One class, one run method, right? One run method, one task of logic. But I want two different logic. That means I need two subclasses. Correct my point? Class my thread 5, class my thread 6, we need two subclasses. In place of my thread Wi-Fi, my thread 6, can I write like this? Add thread, proper meaningful program I'm writing, sub thread. Can I write add thread, sub thread? In an add thread, I am writing code something like this. Run method, overriding run method, inside run method. Now I'm writing for loop for adding for int I equal to 1, I less than or equals to 20, I plus plus. What I need to do, I must add int sum equal to 0. Now what do I write? Sum equal to sum plus I. Right? Can I make it shortcut? Can I make it shortcut? Yes, I can use plus equal to operator. Sum equal to sum plus equal to I means sum equal to sum plus I. And then I want to display each value. System.out.println double quotes summation or addition plus sum. Not simre sum. Then here what I need to write? Same code na? Same code na? Copy, paste. I have to override run method. Is it clear? Now, what I need to do here in main method? You should habituate in main method. We never ever should not write logic. We should always call logic. We should always create threads to start the threads. That logic we are write. Add thread at equal to new add thread. Subthread st equal to new subthread. Then at dot start. Okay, st dot start. Okay, you understand it? Then two threads are executed concurrently with their own logic. Addition or subtraction, addition or subtraction, addition or subtraction, addition or subtraction. Concurrent flow. Okay, everyone comfortable? I have a small question. I'm writing only 3 iterations. And tell me 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2. Result should be 5. Okay. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3. Total result is 8. From the addition logic, we should get 8. 6 or 8. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. Oh, 2 already completed. Sorry. 2 already completed. Now 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. Okay. 6 coming. Now subtraction also same. 1 minus 2. What the value? Minus 1. Minus 1 minus 3. What value should come? Minus 4. According to calculator, subtraction you should get minus 4. According to calculator, addition you should get 6. 6 coming. Okay. But according to calculator, subtraction you should get minus 4. Let us see. Subtraction will get minus 4. What you're getting? Minus 6. Why? The biggest small blunder doing by all trainers and students. All trainers and students doing the blunder. Question I have given water, Tumri fellow. Add numbers 1 to 10, subtract numbers 1 to 10. But you are adding from 0 to 3, 0 to 10, subtracting 0 to 10. This is the biggest mistake doing by all faculties and all textbooks and all websites. In interview, when you're writing this program, don't start sum with 0, start with 1. And for loop incrementation, start with 2. Initialization start with 2. Are you following? Subtraction also same. Start with 1. You want to start from 1, not from 0. 1. And here 2. This is how you need to write loops. When you want addition, subtraction, the blunder is doing what? Sum. 0. Okay. In addition, no problem. 0 plus 1, 1. Okay. But one additional iteration you are running, even though there is no harm, one additional iteration you are running. But 0 minus 1 is not a correct value coming. Okay. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, minus 6. Now there onwards, subtraction not happening, addition is happening. So a lot of wrong results will get. Now correct results will come. Look at that. 3, 6, minus 1, minus 4. Be careful while working with this type of additions and subtractions. Okay, now all people understand? What are the points we have discussed? Multi-threading chapter. Number 1, what is the need of this chapter? In this chapter, we are learning what is the need of this chapter. In this chapter, we are learning how to execute multiple tasks concurrently to save CPU idle time, to use the CPU idle time effectively, and to execute our project fast execution. Second, we learn real-time example. Real-time example. What is the real-time example? Real-time example, every website is the best real-time example. Next, how many different ways of executions are there? We have 3 ways of execution: sequential, concurrent, and parallel. In programming languages, we'll have sequential flow or concurrent flow. Parallel flow will not be there. And then fourth, what is a thread? What is a thread? A sequential flow of execution path is called thread. Okay. Next, what is multi-threading? What is multi-threading? Multi-threading is the process of executing multiple threads concurrently for execute multiple tasks concurrently, sorry, creating multiple threads to execute multiple tasks concurrently by using CPU ideal time effectively for completing their execution fast. It's called multi-threading. The next, by default inside JVM, how many threads will be there? By default in JVM, how many threads will be there? One thread, that is main thread. Then how can we create our own threads? What is a custom thread? A thread that is created by programmer newly for executing multiple tasks concurrently is called custom thread. Then how many ways, how can we create custom thread? How can we create a custom thread? We can create custom thread by using thread class. We can create custom thread by using how many ways. I am not asking how can we create, how can we create custom thread? We can create custom thread by using thread class. You must create thread class object and we have to override run method. I mean, we should create thread class object and call start method. But how can we execute, how can we execute our logic in this custom thread? Okay, how can I execute our logic in this custom thread? For executing our logic in custom thread, we must place that logic inside run method. For that, we must override run method. Then how many ways we can, how many ways we can override run method? We can override run method in two ways: extending from thread class, implementing from runnable interface. So then tell me, what is the main target in multi-threading code? The main target in multi-thread code is what? Overriding run method. Okay, got clarity? Yeah. Then now tell me, because the main target in multi-thread coding is overriding run method, if intern ask a question, how many ways, how many ways we can create a custom thread? Okay, we can create custom thread in two ways: extending from thread class, implementing from runnable interface. There is a confusion people are creating, that is how can we create, how many ways we can create custom thread? Actually by using thread class. But people are, faculties are confusing students. Okay, all core Java faculties and textbooks and websites, including Sun Microsystem, I'll show you the document now, including Sun Microsystem, they're telling there are two ways to create a custom thread. Because target is what? Overriding run method is the target. But our Amitpet faculty, only one faculty is telling that we can create custom thread only one way, by using thread class. Now overriding run method by two ways: overriding run method, implementing from custom, extending from thread class, implementing runnable interface. That is not the way of creating custom thread. Custom thread can create only one way. Yeah, that answer is right, but not complete answer. Okay, creating custom thread by using thread class is correct way. Only one way we can create custom thread, but that is not complete answer. Complete answer is what? Overriding run method is the complete answer. So which answer you want to give to interview and how to convince the interviewer, that is in your hand. Okay, how many ways we can create in custom thread? Actually one way, by using thread class, but we cannot execute our logic in the custom thread that is created by using thread class. So we have to create custom thread in two ways, either by extending from thread class and implementing from runnable interface. Okay, from Java 5 version onwards, we can also create custom thread by third way, by using executor framework. How to work with executor framework, you cannot understand at this stage. After few days, okay, by end of the multi-threading chapter, I'll explain you that how to create a custom thread. Okay, totally there are 8 ways we can override run method, supply the logic to run method. I will show you that later. Last end of the chapter I will teach. Okay, up to now understand? Then we discussed about what is the difference in calling run method and start method. If we call run method directly, custom thread is not created. Run method loaded and executed in main thread, it program becomes sequential, concurrent will not come. If we call start method, now custom thread created by JVM and run method is called in the custom thread. Main thread logic, custom thread logic means main method logic, run method logic executed concurrently. Now very important question, very important question. Who will call run method? Is it by start method or is it by JVM? Who will call run method? Can you tell me? Is it by JVM or start method? Run method called by start method? Wonderful, wonderful. Wrong answer. Already I told this point, maybe you forgot. When you call start method, run method is executed immediately. If run method is called inside start method, run method should execute immediately now. When you call M2 method inside M1 method, when you call M1 method, M2 method also executing along with the M1 method immediately. But when you call start method, is run method executing immediately? No. Then what does it mean? Is a start and run method a call? No. Start method is just a request to JVM. Start method is just a request to JVM. Please create a custom thread for my object and execute run method in this custom thread. Repeating again, start method is a request to the JVM to start the custom thread for the given object. Then whenever the currently running thread execution is passed, then JVM creates a thread of execution and calls run method. Start method never call run method. Start method, if start method calls run method, then run method execution become what? Sequential flow of execution. Is it clear, Nana? So now tell me, if interview ask a question, who will call run method? Will answer is start method? No. We will call JVM. When JVM call, if you call start method. So run method is called implicitly by JVM because of start method call. Can I say like this? Start method causes custom thread to create by JVM and call run method by JVM and execute concurrently. Can I say like that? Yeah. Wonderful. So these are the basic idea about custom thread creation and execution. The next point, how many ways we can create? Okay, can we call start method? Can we call start method multiple times? Multiple times on same object? No. You cannot call start method multiple times on same object. It is illegal. Then tell me, how can we create multiple custom threads? We have two approaches for creating multiple custom thread. Single subclass, multiple instances, call start method by using each instance. Number two, multiple subclasses, multiple objects, call start method on each object. Okay, to start what? To start custom threads. Okay. First approach is single subclass, multiple objects, same logic is executed, whether with the same inputs or different inputs. But in second approach, we will get different logic and execute. So these are the complete story about multi-thread programming. All are you comfortable with multi-thread programming, program design? Tell me, sir, if somebody asks multi-thread programming, what is multi-thread programming template? Essential statements of Java program development. Do you remember? Essential statements of Java program development. What are the essential statements of Java program development? What is Java program template? Class, main method, system.out.println. Like that. What is the multi-thread programming? What is the multi-thread programming template? Template means basic flow. Basic flow. What is the basic flow of multi-thread programming? Simple. Class deriving from thread or runnable, override run method. In main method, create subclass object, create thread class object, and call start method. And so this structure should come to your mind. Then multi-thread programming completed. Are you ready to develop project now? I want to take a real-time project for this. I will give you only question. I'm repeating again question. I will give you only question. I want you to write code. Ready? I will give you only question. Can you consider again our same old example? What bank account example only? Sir, bank account boring, sir. Yeah, boring topics only will give you more idea. If you take new projects, new projects, you will not get concept first. So because you are comfortable with the bank, you can focus on the current topic. I'm creating new project, 01 bank project. I'm giving you example as bank project. You try your own. Another project you want to try, and based on your idea, you try. I'm taking common a project, okay? How many classes we need? Minimum 2 classes. One is bank account. Another is bank. Right? Minimum 2 classes required. Now the bank is main method class. If you want to develop this project as a multi-thread project, 2 classes sufficient? Are these 2 classes sufficient? If you want to develop your project as multi-thread project, are these 2 classes sufficient? No. You need compulsory custom thread. Na? Bank account contains what? Fields. Fields. Constructors. Methods. If required, inner class. Okay. And bank class contains what? Main method for executing thread, for executing operations. But now what I want multi-thread program. Multi-thread program means I need to perform its operations concurrently. Now go back to your bank structure, take your bank, understand your bank structure. Inside this bank, you have counter here. Tell me, this counter or that side, a person there, and here you have, okay, counter divided, 2 counters are there. Tell me, 2 counters are there. Then tell me, to perform deposit operation, I have one queue na. In this queue, now people are going. Tell me, this queue in Java is called thread only. Sequential flow of execution. Sequential flow of execution is called what? Thread. Now tell me, here 50 customers are there to do deposit operation. Only one cashier is there to handle all his operations. Then it takes a lot of time. Then the 50th person has to take full leave for completing this transaction. Can boss give full leave for only deposit operation? No, right? Then he got angry and started shouting, "Are dirty fellows, what you people are doing? How much time you will take away? My boss will kill me," shouting. Then the manager is coming and shouting at employees, "Open one more counter." Then one more cashier come here and open second counter. When second counter is open, what happened? All these people are seriously very fast. Huh? All these people are seriously very fast moving to here. and making this counter empty, right? We are very funny people. Now fast moving to counter. Tell me, if one more counter is open, what is the advantage? Now some people are distributed here. Yes or no? Some people are distributed. Some people are distributed to here. Then at a time, how many deposits operations are happening? At a time, how many deposits operations are happening? 2 deposits are happening, and then execution is very fast. I want you to develop this scenario. Hello? Understand? Tell me here. To develop 2 deposit operation, here also deposit, here also deposit. To perform 2 deposit operation, how many subclasses? 1 subclass. Okay, how many objects? 2 objects. 1 subclass, 2 objects, and call start method. Is it clear? Then now tell me, I'm giving you another scenario, that is again bank. Okay, this counter is for deposit, this counter is for withdrawal. 2 cashier counters are there. One cashier is here performing deposit. Another person is here, another clerk is here for withdrawal. Here deposit, here withdrawal. Then tell me, which approach I need to follow? Second approach. 2 subclasses and 2 objects. So totally how many custom thread classes you need to develop? 2 classes. To develop this project, totally how many classes required? 4 classes. 1 bank account, 3 deposit thread, 4 withdraw thread. Okay, deposit thread calling deposit method, withdraw thread is calling withdraw method. समझ में आया? Write down, develop, write down question. Develop multi-thread program. Perform bank operations. Customer separate.
This meeting is being recorded.
Now this is a single question, simple question. How much time you need to develop this code? It's a 10:30. By 10:40, 10 minutes. Can you complete in 10 minutes? Sufficient 10 minutes? You must try to develop. Try. Yes, did you get an idea how to write code? Still suffering? Totally 4 classes you need to create. Have you completed a bank account class? After bank account class, you have to create depositor thread, you have to create withdrawal thread, then you have to create bank. All people try to develop, complete this assignment. How much you can write, you can write. So I'm not expecting all the people to complete it. How much you can write the code, you write. And tomorrow, first 15 minutes, I will complete this assignment and will take you to the next topics. So multi-thread programming completed, okay? Multi-thread programming completed. Now it's the time we need to start working with threads individual, thread life cycle state, thread execution algorithm, thread class methods, okay? Synchronization that we need to learn. Thank you. So tomorrow we will meet to complete remaining works. Bye. If you have any doubts, post your questions in our Facebook page.